Hey there, I'm Sam with Tennis Express. We're back with another racket review. I've got Sebastian here. He's joined us on the EZONE review. This is the 8th gen, can you believe it? 8 generations of the YONEX EZONEs. We've got the 100 and the 98. Sebastian, what are your initial thoughts on the EZONE 8th gen frames from YONEX?
You know what? I think they're both great rackets. I feel like the 100 though, it's a little bit more for power, and I feel like the 98 has a little bit more control. It was easier for me to actually follow through with my forehand with the 98 than it was with the 100.
Yeah, that's well said. So the 100 is going to cater, I think, a little bit more powerful, a little more crisp. I noticed you were really crushing some forehands with both frames. Can you talk a little bit about what you enjoyed about the 98?
So the 98 was easier. As I said before, it was easier to go to do my follow through with my forehand. It was just easy to come into the court and finish the point. Same with my backhand. I mean, I was just hitting very comfortable with it.
Fair enough. Okay, so moving right along, what type of player do you think is the prime candidate for the EZONE 100?
Oh, definitely if you're a great hitter, go for the 100 because it's just gonna give you even more power. You don't have to really try as hard to go for it, so it's a good racket if you want to go for it.
Who do you think the best type of player is for the EZONE 98?
I feel like people definitely with maybe a big swing, because it's easy to control the racket and it's just gonna make your swing easier. So if you have a big swing or a medium swing, I will go for the 98 for sure.
Great stuff, Sebastian. So last thing for me on this playtest, what was your favorite shot to hit with the EZONEs and why?
Well, in my personal opinion, I will go for my backhand all the time. So definitely the backhand and the serve, actually. I'm not a great server, but these rackets really did the job.
Awesome stuff, Sebastian. Thank you so much for joining us on this playtest. We'll have you again soon. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now it's time for a spec check with the EZONE 8th gens. For the EZONE 100, we've got the 100 square inch head, 16 by 19 pattern, 10.6 ounce unstrung weight, and of course that isometric head shape. For the EZONE 98, we've got that 10.8 ounce unstrung weight, 16 by 19 string pattern on that 98 square inch head. And just a quick note, the 98 flexes a little bit softer than the 100. All right, we're back for the EZONE 8th gen racket review. We've got Alex with us. Alex, we just got off the court with these, the 100 and the 98. What were your initial thoughts?
I was a big fan. They're really fun to hit with. You know, the EZONEs, they're all about power. This one especially, super fun just to rip the ball. It was just a lot of fun to play with.
Yeah, I'm very surprised. We know the V-Core line is the spin-friendly line for YONEX, but for me, the EZONE 100, like that string pattern seems very open, very spin-friendly. So if you are somebody that likes to play with lots of net clearance and lots of spin, I wouldn't sleep on the EZONE 100.
No,
I think it's actually pretty spin-friendly.
Yeah, I was definitely seeing a lot of my shots landing very deep in the court when I thought they were going out. So it really drops the ball in pretty easily. With the feeling, I would say this generation, it feels a little bit more lively and has more feedback than the previous ones. Feedback in a good way, not to where it's gonna buzz your whole arm or anything, but just a good feeling on the ball.
Awesome. Alex, what was your favorite shot with the 100?
Honestly, the backhands felt pretty good because normally my backhands are pretty rough, but with this, I was able to swing away pretty hard and the ball just wanted to go in. So.
It did seem like with the 100, you were able to flatten it out and get the ball through the court. So that was a shot I had kind of identified. You hit it really well with that one. What about your thoughts on the 98? Who's the ideal candidate for that racket?
If you're a player who likes to swing at the ball pretty hard, you're a stronger player, you want something a little bit heavier, EZONE is a good match for you because like I said, it's still a racket a lot of people can use. It's just a little more dialed in than the 100.
Yeah, I think during the playtest, I would echo sort of what you said. I felt like it was easier for me to keep the ball deep kind of without thinking about it with the 100. I think with the 98, while I liked the feel better, it was a little softer, a little bit more comfortable, maybe a little bit more stable. I felt like I really needed to finish my swings, otherwise my shots were dropping a little bit shorter into the court. So, Alex, what was the most enjoyable part for you of the entire playtest?
Smoking you, absolutely destroying you on the court. No, it was, the whole thing was fun. It's a fun racket. I can't say it enough. The EZONE is just a really fun racket to use.
Yeah, I think that's well said. If you are looking for comfort, control, and a good all-around frame, maybe check out that 98. If you want a little bit more depth, a little bit more power, a little bit easier to finish balls in the middle of the court, maybe check out that EZONE 100. That's going to wrap it up for us today at the Tennis Express racket review of the EZONE 8th Gen from YONEX. Check them out online. You can demo today to find the best racket for your game.